Good evening and welcome to day two of the Big County Birdwatch 2025. I think.
Hey, yes, you think is it?
To be
I don't
fair,
know
at the
what that.
moment, I don't know if I'm going to make day four, maybe not even day three, to be fair.
You know,
This,
I said the same this afternoon. It's like I by Monday I will not know what's happening.
yep, this could be the last time I'm ever seen anywhere near public. So, bye, mum. It's been emotional.
See, for those who are watching, that's probably for the best.
Thanks, mate. Brilliant. Oh dear, what a day! It's been an amazing day, hasn't it?
Yeah, and again, fabulous weather. We've had just like the
Yeah.
best weather today. Again,
Oh yeah,
yep.
I had several people today say I'm going completely brown. That's just in 2 days. So by Monday, I don't know what kind of colour I'm going to be. To be fair, it'll be quite interesting. I think.
You're going brown. I'm going grey.
Oh yeah, it's been superb though. So today we've had walks starting at 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, five walks. One, two, five. Five walks today.
Yeah, no, starting from 5 o'clock in the morning, wasn't
Oh,
it?
sorry.
Hang on, hold on. Got something for you. Here you go.
Hold on.
Yeah. Do you want one of these? Anyway, right, okay. So yeah, starting at 5 o'clock, and there were four walks. Four walks and a ringing demonstration,
Yeah,
I
say
think.
five.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah, so we had a dawn chorus. Mark Nowers led a dawn chorus at Ravness from 5 o'clock. Um, and Ben Ramsby led a walk at Rainham Marshes, and that started at 9:30, I think. Jerry Johnson, the Society Vice Chair, he had a walk or led a walk at Hanningfield Reservoir starting at 10 o'clock. You and I led a walk around Abberton, which was in the afternoon, and we also took part in the pre-book only ringing demonstration at Wat Tyler with the South Essex Bird Ringing Group. So yeah, that was absolutely superb. We're going to come to that a bit later on. So normally
Exciting
we're
stuff.
joined by other leaders of the walks tonight. Unfortunately, Mark and Jerry have both sent their apologies; they can't make it. But we do have. I've got a summary from Jerry. Quite a good word actually, considering the weather today. Summary. There you go.
Good.
And sorry. And we've also got a short video from Mark as well as some pictures. So we'll
Excellent.
we'll come to those later on as well. But you'll be pleased to know that you haven't just got to put up with us two reprobates. Ben is joining us in a few minutes' time as well. So he'll be able to tell us about his walk, and we got some photographs too. Anyone on the chat, Steve? Anything going
Oh,
on?
let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, crikey, loads tonight.
Oh, good.
Hold on, I've got to read this. Richard Chew, evening all. Mo Jackson. So Mo, Dave, and Elaine are watching tonight. Mike O'Hanlon, Richard Chew. I'll cover a few points a little bit later. Jacqueline Mole, Julie Eggleton, Jim Hume, Ron Colson, Dave Webb. Um, Ben's Nan and Grandad are watching. Joyce.
Hi, Ben's Nana Grandad.
They are.
I know we forgot to say hi to Ben's nan and granddad before on one of the Birds of Essex, didn't we? So that's a
We did
double
indeed.
hi now.
Yeah,
Yep.
double high, double high. Hi.
Hopefully he makes up for
Um,
it.
and Steve Hallam are all watching. So yeah, I'll come. I'll go to the comments little bit later on. But yep, they're all watching tonight.
Okay, so while you're watching, obviously join in with the chat, please. Log into YouTube as you're already doing so. If you have any photographs or videos or anything you want to send us, things we can play while the show is running live, because we'll be doing it live, of course, you can email them to ebwstalks@gmail.com.
Yep.
So it's our usual email address, ebwstalks@gmail.com. So hopefully that will work. Right. Shall we bring in Ben?
Bring in Ben. Yep.
Let's bring in Ben. Where's Ben? Here we go. Can we just pause? That'd be brilliant. Just sit here and see what he says. Hey, hi Ben.
Evening, Ben.
Hello?
Hello. How you doing? We can see you. You're there. You're good. You're muted. You're
I don't know.
unmuted now.
For some reason, it says my speaker is not working. Please
No,
check your connection with different
definitely working.
speaker.
We can hear you. We can hear
We
you.
can
Oh,
hear
we
you.
can't
Yep.
now. Hang on. There is something strange going on. You're
The
going
joys
in
of
and
tech.
out of microphone. So at the moment it says you're muted, and now he's disappeared.
Lost him. Oh well. Well, thanks Ben for that. That was wonderful.
To be honest with you, that was actually probably better than what you and I normally do anyway. Right,
I mean, actually, literally about 2 minutes before we were due to go live, my camera stopped working and I had to come
good.
out and back in again. So
Good. Right. Hang on, should we do this again? Right. Hit, and we're about to be joined by Ben.
Hello?
Hi,
Did you do
Ben.
this time? All right, cool. Yeah.
Excellent.
I,
No
I,
one will notice that at all. That's fine. No one noticed. Let's just carry
I don't
on.
know what happened at all there. It just said my mic wasn't working and I couldn't hear anyone. And yeah, usual
Yeah.
technical difficulties. So great start.
Yeah. Stuff happens, doesn't it? Stuff happens. But
Yeah.
you had a good morning, did you?
Yes, we started off pretty well. I got there at about 6 o'clock in the morning because we was meant to do a rate red shank and lapwing survey in the morning, but that got abandoned because of the fog. But
Hmm.
if I move straight on into the walk,
Yeah. So let me
started.
just load some pictures up really quickly. Hold on, because you sent us in a few pictures, which is great. So if I get the first one ready, here we go. Oh, so are you happy for me to share the pictures now, Ben, and you can
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, go
talk
on.
through them? Yeah. Lovely. Right. Should be able to see that now, hopefully.
Yeah,
Good
that
stuff.
that's part of us. That's I think before the main group arrived, that's us on the Serin Mound or just on a seawall, I think.
Cool.
Because a few of us arrived early and just went along the seawall before the actual walk started. Um, let's if you carry on. We had these two drop in.
hey,
Lovely.
Yeah. When the fog finally lifted, it was revealed that there was two spoonbills standing on winter pools. We've had spoonbill on and off for the last, I guess, nearly month or so, but they haven't been seen for about a week.
okay.
So this is a
Okay.
really nice surprise that they decided to join us for the walk for because normally
A,
it's birds disappearing for the walk, but no, they actually turned up again.
a spoonbill, I know you said you've had them on and off for the last month, but are they sort of becoming more regular over the last year or two at Rainham generally,
Yeah,
or?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially our
Cool.
best year was we had one for nearly the entire year in 2022.
Mhm.
Last year there was a bit less regular than they have been, but this year they've been a lot more regular than the last few.
Cool.
Um, but yeah, these two are really nice birds. I think they're adults as well.
I'm not sure if
Brilliant.
that Coot looks too happy about them, to be fair. He looks a little bit like, get out of my bowl.
Good.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, we should get the next one. There you go. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then as we went round to the bus stop, we had this heron that was really close in, more or less point blank view. Surprised it didn't fly off. And then I guess if you keep going, hopefully we should have this, yeah, another little egret. We
La-
also had great white egret from there as well. Great white egret was flying over the back. Didn't really only saw it in flight,
Excellent.
annoyingly.
And
Uh,
look at these
that's
colours around the eye.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of
Really,
the
really
the little egrets going into breeding plumage and stuff, and we
mm,
have a breeding plumage great white egret on site as well at the moment, so that can be a bit tricky
fantastic.
to tell apart from littles because yeah, they also have the black bill at the moment, but when they're
Okay.
twice the size,
Yes, yes.
it can be yeah, yeah. And then that's our entire group. I
Oh,
think Frankie had already left by then, so I think there's minus two people. But
okay.
it's a decent turnout. I think we had 11 people in total,
Lovely.
which isn't too bad.
Really
Uh,
good.
yeah, and I think hopefully the next photo is the one I'm thinking of. Oh no, we got ring plover. So this actually turned up towards the back end of the walk. I think only the people right at the end saw this as we walked around back to the center. This ring plover, it was there yesterday. It's been hanging around Purfleet Scrape area for a while because we've had
Hmm.
little ring plovers on Purfleet Scrape for the last few weeks as well. They've mostly been around Winterpools area the last weekend.
Hmm.
We had at least five there this morning. I don't think we got any on the walk in the end, the little ring
Okay.
plovers.
Okay. Nice chunky common ring plover there. They're really nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love common ring plover. They're such a good bird.
they're a
Really
good
are.
bird for Rainham as well. They can be
And you've
quite
got
bold.
the unusual lesser tailed lapwing on the right hand side as well.
Yeah. And this was a large group of Godwits.
Oh,
We still have a really big group of Godwits for this time of year coming into Rainham. And they're all in more or less summer plumage as well,
Mm,
which is really nice. You have some really, really red ones knocking around, which is really good.
water,
fantastic, fantastic. A few other little bits on there as well, which is nice. A couple of teal,
Yeah,
little
we've got
mm.
cobbler,
Small
avocet.
Shoveler and
Yeah,
Avocet, yeah, because we started to get breeding Avocets back
Oh, yeah.
again. They're setting up territories, which is nice.
very nice.
Water levels look good there as well.
Yes, the water levels, they're slowly dropping, but they're still holding up quite well.
Okay.
So hopefully some more waders to come as well in I guess, the next few weeks.
I
This,
like the picture.
yeah, this was a really good photo because it shows quite well the differences between Arctic and common tern. This was, I think, the last bird that we saw, so only the people that stayed right at the end. This was at about 4:30 in the afternoon. Um, so the top bird is Arctic tern. If you see, it's a lot smaller than the common tern below, a lot
Yeah,
more
Mm,
yeah.
slimmer as well. And you've got a not as pointy bill, quite short, stubby bill,
mm.
That's good.
which is
Like
good
that.
to see. Yeah,
And
nice.
it's kind of a different shaped body as well, isn't it? It's a bit
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
chesty. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's really good. I like that. Really
yeah, I
good.
like that as well. Oh,
And
Oh,
nice.
yeah, one of my target species for raining this weekend was male Gargany. There's been one on and off of Purfleet Scrape for the last 2 weeks, and I kept missing it. So this is literally as we finished the walk. I had a message come through that the Gargany was seen again around Purfleet Scrape area. And as we got to the center, it was just swimming around on Purfleet Scrape. So
oh,
great. Normally,
fantastic.
normally for Gargany, especially at Rainham, they're asleep somewhere, and you normally see them like sometimes scoot between a channel
Mm.
for half a second. So this was just out in the open
Okay,
for ages in the
that's
afternoon.
brilliant.
Oh, well done. That's a
Really,
really
really
good bird
good.
to get, definitely. Oh.
And then now we'll play a game.
Oh, here we go.
Uh,
I've got to move around the webcam now. So,
spot the jack snipe.
Oh,
Any ideas where it is?
I
in the
think
old
I can see
tradition,
it. I
that's
think
a
I can
funny
see it.
name. It's a funny name for a jack snipe.
Oh, I'm thinking,
Oh,
actually,
I
I
can
think I
see
can
it.
see it. Go on, Steve. Tell me where to go with the mouse pointer. Ready?
Hold on. Hold on. I can't even see the mouse pointer.
Oh, see it.
Oh, it's behind me webcam. I can't see it.
Oh, my
Left,
goodness.
left a
Yep,
bit, left a bit,
yep,
left a bit,
yep,
left a
yep.
bit, left a bit, left a bit, down a bit.
There.
Hey!
Yeah, there we
Yay.
go.
Well done. Okay, so if I do the next picture, here we
A
go.
little bit more zoomed up a bit. It was asleep and
Yeah, it's good.
he picked it up.
Yep.
So when we was coming back round in the morning, after abandoning the survey,
Mm,
Sam picked up this single snipe that was off one of the islands. And it was jack snipe. So I think on the walk we only had about two normal snipe and one jack snipe. So
brilliant.
pretty cool. And then as we was going back round, it was showing again. So there you can see the two lines on its head, no crown stripe,
Yep.
Yeah.
which I tried to display in this photo, but not the greatest.
Yep.
So this was a lot of people enjoyed this bird because yeah, jack sniper are an absolute pain to see most of the time.
Oh, yeah,
So
definitely. I mean, sometimes they can come out and bob and behave and so on, but most often than not, they're in the reeds somewhere and
yeah,
yeah, be a
exactly. But this
nightmare.
being more or less out in the open was great. A few other bits that we didn't get photos of. Probably, I'd like to start with probably the star of the walk that we had. We had a male red star.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, we were
oh, nice.
standing by Target Pool's viewpoint, and there was this sedge warbler singing away to the right of us,
Mm.
and then we started hearing this call next to us. It was like that sedge warbler's doing a great mimicry of Red Star.
brilliant.
Um, and then it was kept going, and then was like, surely that can't be mimicry. That's going on for too long. So
Mm.
me and Arjun walked around the corner, and this red start flew out straight in front of us, and then sat in more or less the center of the bush opposite. The views wasn't amazing, but you could obviously sometimes see when it flicked out, you see his tail flicker. And yeah, it was a nice male bird, nice spring male.
Oh, fantastic.
So what probably one of the best birds at Rainham this year. I
Yeah,
love,
well done.
yeah, they're really, really hard for there. So it was great, great bird, great bird. Uh,
Excellent.
Nice.
Did you get a total for the walk, a species total?
I haven't totted up the entire total, but I
Mhm.
think we was around in the 80s for the as a group for the walk.
You know what?
Um,
That's a really good total for a
yeah,
morning walk for one site. I think that's excellent.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really good.
A few other things. We had a group of 6 yellow wagtail fly over.
Nice.
Which is good. Good few migrants they were moving. Ravens are now nesting just outside the reserve. So we had ravens flying over most of the walk.
Cool.
Um, Brief views of bearded tits. I don't think
Nice.
as much people got onto them. It was more or less flying between reed beds. What else do we have? Stone chat, which is nice. They've
Cool.
been quite hard. We have, I think, 3 pairs at the moment on site, but they've been quite annoying to see. So picking up Stone Chat was really good. What else do we have?
Any hirundines or anything?
We had Swallow on the walk. After that, we had House and San Martin in the afternoon.
Cool.
But they were really, really distant. And we managed to get Grasshopper Warbler as well.
Oh, that's
Reading
good.
away at about 12:30 from the Seren Mound. Was really surprised it was still singing at that time. So a few
Yeah.
of us got onto that. I
I
think,
wonder if that,
yeah.
do you reckon that might be a fresh in bird that's kind of dropped in this morning and sort of
There
thought
was
to start having a sing or
there's been one in that area for the past few days,
okay.
but not to say that it's not a different bird and the other ones have moved on.
Mm,
So normally when they come in, they reel intermediately during the day for the first few days that they're in,
okay.
and then they'll stick to the
Yep.
dawn times.
Yeah.
Um, on the way back, we also had Wimbrel fly along the seawall. There was
Nice.
occasional movement of Wimbrel going along the river throughout the afternoon. Uh, I had a garden warbler fly between some bushes in the morning. I think I was the only one that saw that, and then 2 others heard it singing in the Aveley Bay car park in the very, very early morning. That was
Okay.
good numbers of common migrants with good numbers of reed warbler, sedge warbler, and white throatback.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Good.
Peregrines were displaying very nicely throughout the day as well.
Oh my
So
goodness.
done really well with them. This is the first time that they've shown probably the best they've shown all year. Peregrines.
Oh, wow. It's good.
Yeah,
Mm.
at least 2 birds, including a young bird as well. I think that's more or less it. A very brief willow warbler in the morning. And a singing firecrest as well.
Oh
That
my
was
goodness.
yeah, at dawn before the walk. Uh, so yeah, that was
Well
Wow.
done.
pretty
Well
good
done.
going.
We should have come with
Oh,
you.
I was going to
My
say, yeah.
my total for the day was dead on 100 species.
Ah,
Oh, that's amazing. Well done
that's
to you.
Yeah,
really good. Really
and
good.
I had to run more or less for oyster catcher before closing time because everyone else got onto oyster catcher when we was looking for target pools, but I was preoccupied with the red start, so I completely missed it. It was there, just sat on target pools, and I completely forgot to go look at them, and then got taunted it for the rest of the walk until at about 4:45 when 2 flew over the sea wall. It's like,
So, was that your 100th bird, oyster catcher? Brilliant. Oh, that's
That's
amazing.
cool.
Oh, well done. Well
yeah,
done.
You know what? I mean, we always say that Rainham, consistently produces the goods on these walks, doesn't it?
yeah,
You know,
Definitely.
definitely. But
it
especially this
really,
is the best walk I think we've had for Rainham. Very, very good.
it's good.
Yeah, no, well done. Very, very good. Right. Okay. So yours wasn't the first walk of the day, though. We did have a walk from Mark Nowers, or walk led by Mark Nowers, sorry. And that was at Ravness. That started at 5 o'clock. Now, Mark sent in a few pictures and he couldn't be with us, but he sent in a summary video as well, which we'll play in a minute if it works. So that's, I don't think these pictures have come through in order, unfortunately. That's a picture where he said he quite liked it. It's his pointy picture.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
so he obviously told everyone to point. He said he quite liked the fact that some people are pointing in one direction and looking in the other, which I quite like as well. So that's really good. But yeah, well done, excellent. And then I think this is how it must be how the walk started, I would imagine.
I guess
So
it was fog. I guess it was foggy there as well.
yeah, it was foggy everywhere, I think, wasn't it? So yeah,
It
a bit
was, yeah.
foggy, a bit bleak looking, but everyone looks happy, which is good. So yeah, that's excellent. And then we've got a looks like a foggy yellowhammer.
Nice.
Very good. Radness is a decent site for yellowhammer. I think it's fairly reliable. Although I'm not sure how the numbers are doing there particularly, but you've got a chance of seeing them there.
Yep.
And this is looks like the sunrise. Yes, okay, I can recognise that big orange blob. And it
Quite a
still looks
blurry
foggy there.
sunrise. It's quite
Yeah,
a blurry sunrise. That's a bit like how I saw it through my eyes this morning.
that's how I see it. In fact, no, I don't see it most mornings, to be fair. But that looks like it's still foggy.
Yeah.
So yeah, good. And
Well, the best time of day has been and gone. It's 7:40. There, Dave. Say goodbye, Dave. It's 7:40 on Saturday morning at Ravness, having met
oh, sorry, are we hearing the sound on this?
Yeah.
It is coming through. Sorry, I didn't realise it was. Right, I'll quickly just go back a second. There we go.
on Saturday morning at Ravness, having met at 5, a dozen of us. Been misty all morning, unfortunately, apart from the last 40 minutes or so. But we've had a cracking morning, recorded 54 species, couple of nightingales in, actually made it 55 because the starling's just gone over. But no chaffinch, 55 species and no chaffinch, but a fabulous day. Chiff chaff, black caps in, red-breasted merganders that Dave found on the estuary, 5 of them. The sand martins are in at least 50. So yeah, magnificent all round, and I hope everyone else has a cracking rest of the weekend of the Big County Birdwatch. Mark, signing out.
Yeah, so thanks to
Good.
Mark for sending that in. Really good. That's a shame. I mean, 55 species at a site like Radness, and you
Yeah.
don't see a chaffinch.
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
Absolutely mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think chaffinch numbers in general. I don't know what they're like down in Rainham at the moment, Ben. Are they okay
I
or
had one today.
one?
We had one today as
One.
well.
Yeah.
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 I had more greenfinch.
Yeah. Do you know what? We said that yesterday. We've seen more
Mm.
greenfinch this weekend than chaffinch.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 'cause we didn't have any at Wat Tyler, did we? Don't want to give any secrets away. And one at Abberton, I think. Yeah.
We had one flyby at Abberton. Yeah.
Crikey. Okay.
Wow.
So that was from Mark. So thank you very much, Mark. Jerry sent in a let's have a look. Hold on. Couple of pictures. Then we're going to have a mindful moment in a second as well. So don't let me forget that because I've got it in a different folder. So Jerry sent in. Hold on.
I'll do the comments as well. So
Yeah. Let's just quickly do the Jerry one.
okay.
So a couple of nice group pictures from Jerry and a summary. He's put on here as a warm sunny morning as we ambled through the woods with so much beautiful bird song all around, including song thrush, great tit, wren, chiffchaff, willow warbler, and blackcap. The water level was high, leaving no wet or muddy margin for waders. The water was calm, with good numbers of great crested grebe, black-headed gulls, some cormorants on the floating rafts, and waterfowl including teal, gadwall, tufted duck, widgeon, mallard, goldeneye, 3 red-crested pochard, along with oystercatcher, our only wader of the day. The gulls included lesser black-backed, herring, and common, but no terns were recorded. Over the far trees in the South Bay reed bed, we noticed red kite, common buzzard, a fine male marsh harrier, and a sparrowhawk was also added to the raptors scene. There were Canada greylag and Egyptian geese with goslings on the pasture field, and jackdaws, carrion crows for company. Swallows were feeding up on the abundance of insects. The singing warblers of blackcaps, chiffchaff, and willow were all a delight to see during the walk. The group recorded over 40 species seen and heard, and he's put on here a big thank you, excuse me, to the people that joined the walk at Hanningfield this morning, and to Chair Paul Everett, Simon Satchell, Alan Watts, and Jan Lewis amongst the members, helping to point out the species in the hides and around the reserve. Apologies for not being able to be with you tonight. and I look forward to seeing more members at Fingering Hoe tomorrow. Best wishes,
Cool.
Jerry. That's great. So that's the first picture.
Nice
And
one,
then the
Jerry.
second picture was here just walking through the woodland trail. So, yeah, good stuff. Looks like a decent sized group as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, another sort of 20 people there. Really good.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, yeah, so many people have joined us this weekend. It's been great, hasn't it? So
yeah, it's been super. So, is there some comments, Steve, in there?
yeah, so we got quite a few that I sort of zipped past earlier. Hold on, I've got to just try and get to YouTube. So yeah, Richard Chew, I won't say too much, but he said cracking ringing event this morning. Jacqueline Mole, thanks to us for the afternoon walk. And that goes also for Julie Eggleton, who joined us this afternoon. And who else have we got this afternoon? Jan Beaver. Ray Watson, thanks us for this afternoon at Abberton. Christabel, who's watching tonight, said, learnt a lot today, really rewarding. Jim Hume had 3 chaffinch along Lodge Lane this morning at Abberton.
Good.
And Richard Shue said he heard male chaffinch at Wat Tyler this morning.
Okay, cool.
Mike O'Hanlon says, any nightingales at Rabness, please? I think Mark said couple, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they did have a couple singing, I think. Yes, yeah.
Colin Undrill, enjoyable walk this afternoon at Abberton. Martin Gathercole says, evening all, dipping in and out of between mouthfuls of spag bowl.
Oh, okay. That sounds messy.
And also Dave Webb says, hello everyone. Probably unlikely to beat the Stone Curly from yesterday, but had a cracking walk with Ben this morning at Raynham. Excellent sightings. Thanks, Ben. And also, Michael Rumsby said,
okay.
Was another good walk at Raynham this morning. And yeah, Jim Hume, 8-year ticks for him at Abberton today. Hooper Swan, Whitethroat, Lesser Whitethroat, Cuckoo, Willow Warbler, Sedge Warbler, Green Shank, and Common Tern. And
Excellent.
I think, and just quickly, just to Ron Colson, who Liz mentioned last night, he said he was so surprised by the shout out that he couldn't reply. So, lovely to hear from you, Ron. So, yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Hi, Ron.
And I think that's it, Matt.
Brilliant.
Oh,
right.
sorry. Yeah, just quickly, one more before I missed it. Sorry. Steve Hallam says, sorry, he hasn't participated so far, but he heard his first nightingale at Hill House Wood this morning. So
nice
fantastic.
One. Lovely. Well done. Right, we're going to quickly share a mindful moment. So John went to the Ravness Dawn chorus this morning and he sent in a video. I haven't looked at it yet. I hope it works. So hold on one second. If I can remember how to do this. I should have been loading up really in the background seamlessly, but I was listening to what you were saying, Steve. So
don't worry. Don't worry.
Right. Can you see the moon?
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah?
Yep.
Can we see them? Right, I'm going to mute the camera. I don't know how long this goes. This goes on 1 minute 50 seconds. So a short mindful moment back in 2 minutes.
Amazing.
That was nice. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thanks, John, as always. I think that really sets the tone for a dawn chorus walk, doesn't it? It's always still and calm, and there's hardly any people around, and you can really just
Yeah.
kind of engage, can't you? Yeah.
That was
Need
fantastic. It was very atmospheric. That was.
need to do it more often. Have you guys done a dawn chorus yet this year or not? I know you're doing one, aren't you, Steve? You're
Yeah, I'm doing one for the Essex Wildlife Trust at Fingringhoe in a couple of weeks' time.
oh
Look forward to that.
yeah.
But yeah, you can't beat a dawn chorus.
Yeah, I might try and get out sort of later in the month or early May or something and do one. So it's just get dragging myself out of bed, but it's always worth it. I've never dragged myself out and regretted it. I've always thought I've got to do this more often. But
To be fair, you can always go back to bed afterwards.
I don't know, I'd be so excited after the walk. To be fair, there's no chance of that. So.
True. True.
Right, okay. Shall we talk about some stuff that we saw today?
You can do. Yep.
Where should we go first? Should we do what, Tyler? I think I might have
Well,
even. Oh,
Yeah. So
well,
yeah, we started there this morning, so we might as well.
yeah. Yeah. So I think I might have even put these in some kind of rough order if it's been done correctly, but it might all go horribly wrong. Hold on.
Oh,
Right, share and screens and picture. Right. So we had a good group turn up at what, Tyler? It was obviously a pre-book thing, but everyone turned up, apart from one lady who did actually text me last night, and unfortunately I didn't see the text until this morning. So huge apologies to Serena if she's watching, and hopefully we'll see her at an event again in the future. But yeah, the rest of the group all turned up, and it was good. It was really good. The weather, amazing.
yeah.
And they set up in the car park, didn't they, this morning?
Yeah. So basically, where we do the bird ringing, normally there's a couple of like old benches and some old bird boxes that are just there, and they went to move the bird boxes this morning, and a great tip flew out. So they went, uh-oh. So we had to like quickly arrange a new ringing area, so as not to disturb the birds, obviously. So yeah,
Yeah. But at least they'll know where they can ring some young great tits in a few weeks' time, hopefully. And we saw some lovely birds. We saw how many of these did we see? Two?
we saw two, but they rang. I think this
Six?
was the six of them they rang.
Yep, yep, in total. So this, for anyone that doesn't know, is
Chetty's warbler.
Chetty's warbler, yeah.
Sorry,
And
Ben.
beautiful fantail there and lovely rustic colours. And some of these photographs are going to be duplicated because obviously Steve and I are both there. But a side profile shot there. They're just cracking birds, aren't they? And they're
Yeah,
so,
super.
for a small bird, they make such a loud noise, but you don't often see them. So being able to see a bird being ringed is a good chance to see it close up and look at some of the more delicate plumage features. We also had a couple of these guys,
Yeah, they were good, weren't they?
lovely little wrens, yeah, yeah. And we learned about goldfinches, didn't we?
We did learn about goldfinches. So Matt will tell you which sex is this, Matt.
This looks like a male, I think, because it's got the really sort of nice red colour on the head and the darker black around the eye. I think.
Hold on. I
Am
think
I
you're
right?
right.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
so. Do you know? I'm not sure now. Not
It's
sure.
been a long day. That looks like a male, I think.
Okay.
And am I wrong? Was that a female?
Do you know what? Yeah, I don't know.
I
I'll have a
think I
look
think I think they said there's blondie bits in this
No,
sort of area if it's a female.
yeah,
But
blonde bits in that bit. Yeah, I wasn't sure
yeah,
whether there was actually, but anyway, yeah.
yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Might be a bad photo. And we had a few blue tits. Not many blue tits, did we?
no, a few. There weren't many. They're
Yeah,
obviously busy off breeding and stuff. So yeah,
yeah, definitely. And we had a couple of black caps.
yeah, they're nice.
That looks huge compared to the blue tit, doesn't it? I don't know if that's
Yeah, I was thinking
Massive.
that.
oh god.
It's huge.
Giant black caps. This is a nice male bird. I know that one. And then,
wow.
this was Star Bird of the Day, wasn't it?
Wow.
Oh, wasn't it good?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, this is a male bearded tit.
So
And
Terry, who went to the rebed, came back smiling with a bird in a bag, and it was like we were like very excited. And yeah, when she pulled this out, it was like, wow, that's cool.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
what a cracking bird. So I think that was everyone's favourite bird of the day. And the totals for the day, I don't know if this is going to show. Oh, what's that at the top? I'm not sure. Can you see a white blob on there?
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I did a quick
hold on.
screen grab off my phone.
No,
So
hold on 2 seconds. I'll tell you what it is.
blue tit? No, they're down the bottom.
It's goldfinch.
Goldfinch. Okay. So
Yeah.
I think the way this is worked, there's 56 birds in total. You can see that at the top. 40 of them are newly ringed birds, and 16 are retraps.
Yep.
And then when you go down the list, you've got goldfinch, 15 new, 2 retrap, and so on. So you've got goldfinch, blackcap, Chetty's warbler, wren, chiffchaff, greenfinch, great tit, blackbird, willow warbler. I think that was
Yep.
before we got there. They had reed warbler before we got there as well. Robin, blue tit, and dunnock. So yes, really, really good. Oh, and beaded tit. Sorry, I missed beaded tit.
Well, I wonder what a bee. Do you know what I was thinking? What's a BT?
I was just thinking, where's the bearded tit? Oh, yes, I can see it now, fourth from the bottom. And huge thanks to David, to George, April, Terry, Liam, Emily, Owen, Belle, and Ava. So there was a really good team there. Lots of ringing going on. There was a bit of sampling going on for research into a disease, and also to get some sort of genomic information for the bird species. So that was interesting to see as well. Ava was doing that. And it was a great morning, and thanks to everyone who came along. We've raised another £100 from the kind donations that everyone gave us, and that's going towards the purchase of equipment for the South Essex ringing group. So they're mist nets. David was saying, how much are they? £160?
Yeah, £160. Yeah.
And you got obviously all the rings and all the notebooks and various other paraphernalia and the Kit Kats. Don't forget the Kit Kats.
Well done. Thanks to George for the Kit Kats this morning. Everyone really appreciated them.
Yeah, definitely.
Including
Every
Matt
time
and
we
I.
do, every time we do one of these, you get halfway through, and George pulls out a carrier bag, and Steve and I look at each other, and he's like, "We know what's coming now. Anyone want a Kit Kat?" Yep. So that's always fun. And then we had a quick walk around Wat Tyler, didn't we? So
Yeah, we
talk
had
us through the pictures. I'll click through them. You talk them through.
we had about a 45-minute walk round because obviously Matt and I had to get off to other walks. But yeah, nice comma in the sunshine this morning. And then we wandered along and we saw one of the goldfinches that had got, presumably, we've got a ring on it. So that was cool.
Yes.
And then above our heads, a nice chiff-chaff.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice, Matt. That's good.
Showed nicely.
And of course, you can't go anywhere without a medgoal.
Or two.
Or two.
And I think that's all the pictures from there. But it was
cool.
a lovely morning, good company, and the weather amazing. And it's a really nice site for anyone that hasn't been down to Wat Tyler. I don't know if you've been down there, Ben.
Yeah, I used to go down there quite often. I haven't been there for a while though.
Yeah, no, it's a decent site, and there's other stuff to do. It's not just about going bird watching. There's walks. I think they're bringing the little narrow gauge railway thing back as well next month.
They? Nice.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And there's there's a nice visitor centre there. There's a cafe. There's various other bits and bobs you can look at. All the little cottages and stuff. So yeah, it's a really good place. I thoroughly recommend it to anyone. We then hot legged it from there up to good old Abberton, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yes.
so our visit to Abberton sort of coincided today with quite a major cycle race starting from Abberton.
Nice.
But no, the staff at the Essex Wildlife Trust, particularly Joe and Callum, did an amazing job with the parking and stuff today because it was it was challenging, but we got everyone in and parked, which was fantastic.
Yeah,
so which was really good.
Really, really good. And we had hang on a minute. We're not going to start with a group photo. We're going to start with a cheaty photo. Here we go.
Whoa. What's this going to be? Oh, yeah, okay. So Matt and I stopped very briefly before the walk. And we had this little gull, didn't we, Matt? Which was nice.
Very jealous.
Yes. Very nice little gull. So yeah, I think juvenile plumage. Really nice bird. And it was kind of mid-water, wasn't it, really? Unfortunately, we did go back later in the day to try and find it for the rest of the group, but it wasn't to be seen. But nice to see it before we started. But look at that.
Exactly. That's what we said. It's like, I think there's like 56 people in that picture, I think.
Really? Wow.
Amazing.
And
And
I don't think that's quite everyone. So
but again, huge thanks to everyone turning up. Um, I think everyone hopefully saw pretty much everything as well. There was a lot of people helping us out on the scopes. John Norgate helped us out. Tim Hayward helped out. Who
Jim
else was helping
Hume,
out, Steve? Sorry?
Jim Hume.
Jim Hume. Yeah, Jim Hume was great actually. Jim found the wheat here before we got there. So he helped it out as well. So thanks to everyone who helped.
And Colin Undrill as well. Colin Undrill got stuff in his scope as well. So thanks, Colin.
Absolutely. And with a group that size, obviously, if we can have one or two people that are happy to let others look through their scopes, it really, really helps because everyone can get on these birds as quickly as possible. So yeah, great group. That's not a bird.
No, it's a hare. We saw several hares. Actually, we saw several hares today, didn't we? Which were quite good.
We did. Yeah, I like a hare. Hares are always fun to watch. Good photo. Well done. That's a bird. There we go. Excellent.
Yeah. So that's what we were watching on that mound. We were all watching this northern wheat here.
Yeah, Jim had found it on the mound before we got there, and then you kind of mounted the mound, didn't you?
Right, mount the mound. Yeah.
So Steve popped up the top, thought let him go up on his own because if 50 people all charge up there, it might scare the bird completely. But it was actually quite a distance away. But so we all managed to creep up and have some nice views. So that was good. And we got one of these. Well, there was a couple of these actually, wasn't there?
Yeah, like Ben was saying, willow warbler. I mean, sometimes willow warblers are not easy birds to see in Essex. So that was a really nice bird to see.
Really good. I had a few people asking what the differences were willow warbler and chiffy, and your photo here, Steve, shows the quite prominent eye stripe and the slightly longer wing projection as well, which are two of the things you can look for. Yeah, it's good.
Obviously the song's completely different, but
the song helps. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's a shame you can't see the paler legs. I don't know if you could see it in your photo, Matt. I don't know.
Don't think so. Not really. Maybe a little bit around here, but
yeah. Light wasn't great, was it? But
the other thing for people that are watching, if they don't make a noise, chiff chaff tend to kind of flick their tail downwards quite often, quite regularly. And willow warblers don't really do that. They sort of just sit there. That's good. Oh, that's rather nice.
Yeah, that was on the main causeway we headed back into the centre for refreshments, ice creams and cold drinks and cake. And then we headed out again, and this great crested grebe was nice and close.
Very nice.
Causeway. Oh, and several skylarks.
Yep. Good, I like that. Blurry wings showing it flickering its wings in action, but the head stays dead still when it's singing. It's amazing.
More luck than judgment, that was. Yeah, and we had a couple of little ring plovers. It was a little bit heat hazy, so that's why the picture's a bit blurred, but they were good.
Yeah, lovely golden eye ring on those. And a few people enjoyed watching those through the various scopes. That's nice. And of course, we can't have the Big County Birdwatch without some insects. So this is a fly that you promised me you'd identify by the time this evening comes around.
Well, actually, it turns out that there's 3 species of these flies, and you have to dissect their genitalia to identify them properly.
Okay.
But it's probably an alder fly.
An onger?
No, alder.
Oh, alder. Sorry. It's an onger. That's travelled away, hasn't it? Alder fly. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we won't be finding out exactly which species it is. I'm sure it'll be happy to know that. And that's nice. Speckled wood butterfly.
Yep. First one of the year.
Where was that? Where was that?
Just on the old road.
Oh, nice. Didn't see that.
You were listening for Nightingale.
I was listening to Nightingale, but we'll come to that.
Sorry, listening to Nightingale. Sorry.
And then another fly thing.
This is Esperia sulphurella.
Yes.
Okay. Very nice.
That John Norgate kindly identified on this cowslip. So
lovely. Very nice.
Yeah, good spring moth that.
Yeah, nice. And we had this great white egret fly over.
Yep. You can see its tongue there sticking out.
I know. It's mad. Look at that.
Yeah, you can see its tongue.
Pointy tongue. And then it's kind of landed in front of us, didn't it? Quite nice.
It did. Good. Nice. Beautiful.
And then right, if anyone's a bit squeamish, look away from the camera now. So we've got 3 pictures of this. So Steve decided to post up a picture, which is nice, showing this young great blackback gull with their I think it's a dead pike, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So the dead pike's been floating in the water for a day or two actually, and it's obviously pulled it out. And you showed a picture with it standing neatly next to it.
Of
I
course.
decided to go for a couple of more action pictures. So this one's having a bit of a munch. And the last one is the one. If you're a bit squeamish, turn away. But I thought this was quite interesting. A kind of a through the
Oh
mouth jobby.
man, that's
There you go.
cute.
Yeah, very nice. It's getting
So,
stuck in there, isn't it? Okay,
oh wow. So
that's enough
I
of
don't know
that.
if that last picture, the bird had a bit of a dodgy foot.
It does. Yeah, we think. I mean, I don't know if it's had something wrapped around here. It
Yeah,
looks like.
it looks
Yeah,
like it's got
Yeah.
fishing wire or something in the past
yeah,
wrapped around it, and the
yeah,
foot's sort of, I won't say died, but you know,
yeah. I mean, whether it's going to lose the foot or not, I don't know, and whether anything can be done to help it, I don't know. But yeah, it's sad to see that. But yeah,
busy
that's
busy
right.
feeding, wasn't it? Yeah, busy feeding.
Yes. Oh yeah, it seemed healthy enough. Yeah. And then we had this, didn't we?
This flew in late afternoon.
Yep, lovely. Couple of nice shots. That's a nice shot, Steve. Lovely,
Thank you, mate.
beautiful. And then final picture from Abberton. One of the spoonbills in flight. That looks like a second year bird, I think.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah,
Back on
yeah.
the
We had
wing.
about six spoonbills at the end of the day, didn't we? And a
Yeah,
cuckoo.
yeah. Cuckoo was calling,
Yes.
and we taught everyone to do that, didn't we?
We did.
Which is good. Yeah,
Good.
not just to look stupid. It does help you hear things. It's acts like a little
Absolutely.
radar to bring the sound into your ears. Definitely. So that was kind of the day's walks, really. Now we've got a few pictures being sent in by other people. I'm aware time is ticking. We've got about 6, 7 minutes left, so let's quickly whiz through these. Just make sure I've done everything. I think I have. Yep. Okay. So just got a few, and then I'll check the live emails while Steve checks the final comments.
Yeah.
Then we'll tell you what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow's quite easy, really, isn't it? I think.
Yes. There's 3 walks tomorrow, isn't
Yeah. So this was sent in by Andy Brown. This was actually sent in yesterday, I think after the show. But this is one of the herons at Abberton, and it seems to be regurgitating an ornamental koi for one of.
Oh wow!
Oh
Wow!
no, look at that.
Oh
So
well.
he put on his email. He said he'd advise all local pond owners to check their koi stocks because they might be missing one.
Wow.
It's good. And then this was sent in by Jacqueline Mole today. So Jacqueline joined us on the Abberton walk.
Yeah.
And that's Willow Warbler. Very nice.
Nice. It's good.
Lovely. Oh, that's nice. Action shot of little ring plover running
Yeah,
along
that's
the
good.
causeway. And another slightly less action shot of a little ring plover trying to blend in with the stones.
That's
Doing
nice.
quite a good job, I think. Yeah, really good. Oh, and another lovely picture of the Hooper Swan.
Yeah,
It
that
came
was
in a bit
nice.
closer earlier part, didn't it? So
It
I think a
did.
few
Yeah, then
people,
sort of swam off.
yeah, I was scanning for little goal, so I didn't see it quite as close. But that's a lovely shot. Thank you, Jacqueline. Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
sent in by Jan Lewis. So Jan said he started today at 7 a.m. with an RHS Hyde Hall breeding bird survey with a couple of fellow EBS volunteers, James Hudson and Barry Senior. And he had 34 species on his transects, including a late redwing. And the gold crest is from the EBWS walk at Hanningfield. So that's obviously the gold crest,
Nice.
showing a lovely deep sort of orange red in the crest there. Really nice. And that's a distant record shot of the redwing that he had on the breeding bird survey walk. That's good.
It's good.
Thanks, Jan. And then finally, putting your and mine shots to shame. I think these ones from Jim Hume.
Not difficult.
That's a different bird. I think he's cheating. He's a different bird completely. This is one of the
Yeah.
ones he had earlier, didn't he? He had a couple of adult birds.
Couple of adult birds, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, beautiful black
Lovely.
underwing with that white
Yeah.
trailing edge. Oh, it's gorgeous, gorgeous bird. And this one's not quite in the full plumage, is it?
It hasn't quite got the black hood, has it yet? So
Yep. Oh, go on, Steve. Talk us through that one.
well, it's a cuckoo on an Essex Wildlife Trust post.
Lovely.
Jim headed round to the hides just sort of slightly before we got there. And he had this cuckoo that was apparently obviously showing amazingly well.
And eating.
Oh yeah, that's really good to see.
Yep. Really nice. So
That's
thanks
I love that.
Yeah, thanks for those, Jim. And he also had, this is when he had the Wheater on the mound, I guess.
Oh, right. Okay. Before
Managed
that
to get
wheel
shots
turned
of
up.
Wheater as well, yeah. So lovely close shots of that Wheater we were looking at earlier. Both sides as well.
Oh, lovely. That's a cracker.
Both angles. Fantastic. Thanks, Jim. So that's everything I've got saved. If you run through some comments, if there are any, Steve.
Okay. No, nothing.
Cool. So we do have pictures. Hang on a minute. I've got one more picture here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show this kind of live on the browser. So this was sent in by Ray Watson. Hold on. Just
Oh,
make
yes.
sure.
Ray joined us this afternoon, didn't he?
Yep. So he managed to get a very nice shot of that great white egret in flight with its tongue sticking out.
That's lovely. Beautiful.
Wonder why it's flying with its tongue like that. Do you reckon it's
Hmm.
just doing it, or I don't know. Anyway, there you go. That's that. Cool. And then we've also got, I just do it in the background so I don't show anyone's details. We've also got, I'm going to download this one because you can see details. Hold on. Here we go. And this was sent in by Colin Undrill. And this is also from Abberton because he joined us on the Abberton Walk. And we're going to have another picture of, wherever it is. Here we go. Can we see that?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Little ring plover. Yeah, very
beautiful.
nice. Very nice. So yeah, thank you very much for that for Colin. That's excellent. Good. And I think
So
we're done.
tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow?
So the first walk of the day is at 9:30 a.m. at Bowers Marsh, RSPB Bowers Marsh, with Neil Sumner. It's a 2.5 hour walk. So basically, if you meet by the railway bridge on Church Road. So the car park is currently closed, but if you just park sensibly to avoid obstruction, if anyone wants the postcode, it's SS13 2HJ. Oh, there you go. It's on the screen there. Thanks, Matt.
Yep, cool.
That's going to be a good walk. I mean, Neil did a bit of a recce walk there a few days ago, and there were lots of migrants. The weather looks good again tomorrow. A little bit cooler than today, but yeah, it should be a really good walk.
Excellent. And then we're at Fingering Her, aren't we? Can you just check, Steve, that we're still going out live? Because I closed the entire browser in the background. I'm not sure that we are. I hope we are.
Yeah, I think we are. I'm just going to go.
Excellent. Okay, I hope so. If anyone of you can put in the chat, can you still see us? So I'm going to carry on as if nothing's happened. So we've got two walks at Fingering Hoe, one at 10:30 a.m. and one at 1:30 p.m. We'll be there from 10 o'clock. So we're going to have a swallow birding stand there, and we'll have some EBWS stuff there as well. The new round pin badges will be available for purchase. So even if you don't want to come on the walks, it's worth coming just to pick up one of those because they are spectacular. And we'll have other bits and pieces there as well. The two walks, I don't know, are we going to go slightly different areas both times, do you think, as the Hyde?
We'll see how the tide goes and the weather conditions and stuff, but we'll probably do a similar walk each time, I would think.
Yeah, okay, that'll be good.
I think the first walk will be good for an incoming tide, and then the second walk will be an outgoing tide. So still both good for waders, and hopefully nightingales are arriving there and other warblers. So yeah, should be a good turnout.
Excellent. So each walk will last 2 hours, and the event will finish at Fingering Her at 3:30. I think the centre closes at around about 4 on a Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. So hopefully people can join us then. Let me just stop the screen share.
I've got a funny feeling that Fingering Her closes at 5 tomorrow.
Does it close at 5?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's summer hours, but
that's cool. So there'll be maybe a little bit more time for people to have a drink or enjoy something afterwards as well.
I'm just checking their website, make sure I don't talk rubbish.
Good. Okay.
Just bear with me 2 seconds.
No problem. I can confirm we are still live, which is good. Excellent. Yeah, Richard Chew said that as well. We'll go through a few comments, and then I think we're good to go.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So yeah, after the second walk's finished, there'll be time while we're kind of clearing up and getting ready and so on. There'll be time for people to have a look around the gift shop there and maybe buy a sandwich or a bit of cake or a bottle of drink or something. Or a cup of coffee.
So yeah, and they've got there should be lots of nice cakes tomorrow and sandwiches and other food. So come along, come along for a good day out.
All right. we're 2 days in. It's taken you 2 days to talk about cakes. That's not bad, actually.
It's good. I don't really eat cake, to be honest. I like a Kit Kat, but I'm not bothered about cake. I'm more of a savoury man, to be honest.
Okay, all right. I'll remind you of that tomorrow when I'm tucking into a nice slice of coffee and walnut, and you're sitting there
Oh,
salivating.
I don't like coffee and walnut.
Oh, okay then. Fair enough. That didn't work, did it?
I like a bakewell tart, to be honest.
Okay, and that's a story for another episode. Let's leave it there, shall we? That's been brilliant. Thank you very much for everyone that's watching. Any last comments, Steve?
No, but thanks to Ben for doing the walk this morning, Ben. That's fantastic. Thanks, mate.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Just very quickly as well, we won't run through it now, but don't forget anyone that is birding this weekend, even if you've been on the walks here as well, pop your sightings onto the BCBW portal on our website, ebws.org.uk. We've got links to everything. We've got a video on there showing you how to put your sightings on. We will try and catch up, hopefully at some point before the end of the event, so that on day 4 we can run through some totals and stuff. So that would be good. All right. Lovely.
Lovely. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night. We're back tomorrow night, 7:30 again.
Yep. And thank you once again to Mark Nowers, to Jerry Johnson, and of course to you, Ben, for leading the walks today. And to you, Steve, and to everyone that came along and helped. It's been brilliant.
And to you, Matt, as well.
Really good day. See you all tomorrow.
Yep. Good night, all. See you all
Good
tomorrow.
night. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Night, night.
Right. I think we've probably stopped. Hopefully. Oh my God.